You saw water coming out?
Yeah.
That should be good. It shouldn't take much. Well, I thought this week was Dodge week. Like Dodge Ram truck week. But I guess this is truck week in general, including this one. Some of y'all gonna say this is not a truck. I'm not about to get into that. I don't feel like arguing. It's a truck in my opinion. But I had this comment that says, what did he say, sweetie? Bring me back up to speed. He's like, all
you
trucks.
Would put me on the spot. He said, oh, there's no such thing. Okay, so good point of the week.
Yes,
now, wait.
good point of the week.
You guys know we do clown of the week. And I think, why should we just only single out the stupid, dumb comments? Let's also shed light to the good comments. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
So we're going to start something new this year, too. In addition to clown of the week, we're going to
Got to keep the clown of the week.
good point of the week.
Good point.
So our community member, I'm going to put him up on the screen. I don't know. I think he's pronounced it Koontney. I don't know if that's even a...
I agree with you.
Wait, let's put it on the screen. He said there's no such thing as a best truck. They all got their issues, and, you know, maintenance is key.
Yes.
You guys can read. So, you agree?
Yes, I 100% agree with you. Everything has its downfall. And I'm about to just point out a couple of things and give my opinion. Show and tell.
Now, in the last video, I pointed out that the #1 seller amongst all vehicles, let alone trucks, was the Ford F-Series. So another commenter, I'll put his comment on the screen too, disagreed that Fords are better than GM. He said that GM is better than Ford. He's been working for Ford for 25 years.
Well, then you'll have someone that's been working for, so he's saying GM is better than Ford.
Yeah.
But then you'll have somebody that worked for GM for 30, 40 years that say the same thing. Ford is better than GM. So you can go tick for tat all day.
I'm still going to go Ford because there's no way I'm doing lifters
and the transmission.
But he's saying that you're going to have to do timing stuff and the transmission.
Yeah, because the Ford shares the same transmission as GM. A lot of people don't know that. They got together and made that stupid transmission. We're going to go back to our original
guy and say, he's right. There's no such thing as a best truck. So good point of the week for you.
Good point. Very good point. It's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. I'm just going to get a bicycle and pedal my ass on down there. But on this one had a weird complaint, weird problem. This is the old rotor right here, and this is the caliper. What was happening is this caliper, when installed, was dragging up against the bracket. This bracket is stationary, it's not going nowhere. And once this rotor on, it's planted against the axle shaft. The axle, this is a rear axle shaft. So it's not going nowhere. So looking at it through the wheel, my initial check, I was like, customer did his own stuff. He had to order the wrong parts because I was checking the backing plate. Like this rotor was very far away from the backing plate, and that rotor was like really close, which is no problem on that side. So I was like, you installed the wrong parts. And I was like, hopefully I don't find nothing else when I break it down. So get the breaking everything down yesterday, and of course it had an ABS code too. Like the ABS sensor wasn't reading right, so I took it off. It had some debris. I cleaned it, and it was still kind of on, but it was doing weird stuff. So I'm like, the reluctor wheel has to be dirty. So we started from back here. I was looking back here, cleaning the reluctor wheel and getting ready to put everything back on. And I'm like, let me just check this sensor. And I look at the dang on sensor and notice this shaft is actually pulled out. This sensor right, let me go I need my laser beam right here, sweetie. Yeah, my big hand anyway. Let me get something to point with. That'll be a lot easier. All right, get this zip tie right here. Random part. This sensor is supposed to be hovering above this reluctor ring like so. It's pulled back about 1/4 of an inch. That tells me this whole shaft is pulling itself out. So it wasn't wrong parts, I was wrong. Something broke in the rear end. Called the customer, told him what was going on. I'm gonna have to pull down the rear cover and inspect. I've never seen this, by the way, neither. Meaning a problem like this. Or maybe I have, it's probably been so long ago I forgot. Pulled off the front cover and this is the first thing I saw. This chunk of metal right here. The dang on tip of, this is the tip of the axle shaft that's going in, and the locking ring slides through this end and holds the shaft from sliding out. If you want to take a look up here, you can see how far the axle done slid out. So this wheel was about to come off. You probably can't really see. It's blurry. Come in, let me see. Yeah, so you can see where it's broken a little bit. Come on, clear up. Bam, that's a good view. All right, so I'm like, this is a very weird problem to have. So this bad boy needs an axle along with the destroyed brake components. Quick tip, anytime you see like an orangish rusted color on metal, that means this metal has gotten really hot. It's been glowing red. And to me, it's been compromised. So dealing with brake parts, just play it safe. Don't reuse it. So we got a brand new caliper bracket somewhere, probably over there. And a brand new rotor. And I think we're gonna put pads on here. I'll talk with the customer. So that's what's going on with that one.
Meanwhile, why you stand there like a ghost?
Here goes.
Good morning, afternoon, whatever it is. How you doing, sir? No, it was just.
Oh, that weird problem.
I like that kind of stuff. Nice.
Are you subscribed?
teacher.
Are you subscribed to Alex the Car Doc?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hell yeah.
That's my dude.
I know, this is a one-stop shop.
This one, this my
Yeah,
boy.
what's that?
Shop.
Love you, Mo.
Y'all come get it.
Come get it.
Oh, control arms. Cool. I'm gonna let you get started on that. Let's get some. Well, I'm gonna finish the trucks. Okay, so you guys have been following me along for the procedure, diag procedure on this one. At first, I thought it was gonna be an easy diagnostic. You know, oh, just skipping, no biggie, probably coil bad or injector, whatever the case may be. And you probably want to stand up here. Let me turn on the light. And that wasn't the case. I checked everything, did a compression check. It was passing all my tests. I have one more solution, which I've seen before on these trucks. The only thing else it could be is push rod related, because I didn't hear any lifter tick. And I'm gonna remove this rail now and show you what the damage part is. So let me go ahead and
Am I in your way?
you can scoot over. I'm just going ahead because I haven't removed anything yet. I see the part, but I want to kind of catch it on camera of me.
Pulling it out.
Yes. Just show them what's going on here. Show and tell.
I'm trying to lock. You're fine. Just trying to get a wide view, guys.
Almost out. So this is the rocker rail assembly. There's nothing wrong with that. Alrighty. We have a bent push rod. And I'm gonna show you on, you're probably having a hard time seeing it. So I'm gonna grab a non-bent one. And we're gonna go find a flat surface and I'm gonna show you what's going on. I need something to wipe it with because I don't want to put that on my table.
Here, there's a rag.
Oh, I found one.
Okay.
So first off, looking at this, I have some scrapage damage right here versus this one is nice and smooth all the way through. So there's two ways we can do this. I can put it up against a straight push rod, and this is, you can see how much it's bent. Or I can flip it around this way, see how much it's bent. Or I can put it on a table, a flat surface, and roll the good one. See how it's nice and smooth. Try to roll this one. You can see. And it has like a little arch in it. So we have a bent push rod that was causing all these issues. This part is very important. If it's bent, then this was the intake push rod. The valve will not open fully as designed, and the fuel and air will not get inside the engine. That particular cylinder and the computer is designed to take in a certain amount of air fuel mixture. Simple as that. This is being bent like this will, instead of opening 100%, it will only open, let's say, 50%. And that'll cause an imbalance in the air fuel ratio. And that extra fuel, yeah, it just throw everything off. It's sort of like a VTEC. How VTEC works, the engine have 2 cam lobes, and when it hits VTEC, it'll go to the larger cam lobe and the valve will open up a lot longer. It'll open up more to let more air and fuel in. Now, of course, I always like to show, so I'm gonna try to find a head to show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me find my stuff, sweetie.
Okay. While you're frantically looking, I got my little cleanup guy. I noticed this wall dirty here.
Now that's from them used to,
They
kids
did
used
it
to,
when they was kids.
yep, jumping on it and scaling the wall.
So go ahead and clean that for mommy, okay? Did you find what you're looking for, sweetie?
Nope.
Yep.
I'm about to though.
Okay. Well, I cut back in.
Got my example. Hope y'all appreciate this example I'm about to give you of how that system failed and how it works, because I had to make some stuff. But anywho, my son is over here cleaning in his. Jeez. So I took the spring off just so I can
Shine some light.
operate it.
Would you like me to hold it?
Yes.
Okay.
Took the spring off just so I can operate it. All the spring does is, once this is pushed down, the spring pops it back up in place. So here we have a push rod. The push rod goes through the head like this. The push rod on this end is connected to the cam through a lifter. And as the cam roll up, it has a lobe on it that rolls it, pushes it up like so. And when this pushes up, it pushes down, it pushes up on this rocker that in turn pushes down on the valve. And once it gets off the lobe, it will come back down because you have spring pressure pushing this back down. Now what happened when this was bent, let's come back on this other side. When it's fully operating, the valve will open sort of like this wide. But when it was bent, it was only opening that wide. Can you see? Mm-hmm. I gotta go.
It is, Joe.
I come back and put this up.
I hope y'all got that.
Jeez. Whew. All right, now I can breathe. My son trying to take me out. I take my light back.
Okay.
All right, what was I?
I'm just explaining that, and sometimes it's not spark plugs and
Yeah. So that was a mechanical failure. Yeah, I talk with my hands.
so does Uncle Scotty.
Does
Scotty Kilmer. I think so.
it? I got to put my next one in. This one, let me see if I can show it to you.
Hey, they playing music over there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just wait. We'll put it next.
Have you took it apart already?
360, exploring all things Drizzy. Tap the screen.
There we go. Little Pandora never hurt nobody.
This one had a weird noise. The customer complained when he hit the brakes, he heard a popping noise. I couldn't duplicate it, but I drove with the customer and he was able to duplicate it. And what was going on, he's already got that side down, but when you apply upward motion on this ball joint, it's fine. But as soon as I pried it downward, it had play. It's like the knuckle wasn't grabbing the ball. So we just opted for new control arms because this is new. Only thing old is this. Now, what happens, this bolt's supposed to run through here and in turn grab this groove. So if it don't grab this groove, or if this groove is wore out, it'll cause that downward play, and that's what he was hearing. So we're just gonna replace the control arm. The control arm is part of the ball joint. It's like one piece. They don't really make it serviceable. So you have to replace the whole lower control arm. And that's not a bad thing too, because it's starting to dry rot a little bit. Not completely failed, but you know, starting to dry rot. So this one, we're gonna put a coil on it. I think he just wanted to do one coil. I already explained to him that, you know, if we only do one, it's gonna, on down the road, another one is gonna fail and, until you replace them all. And be going back and forth. Place one, a couple weeks later, month later, whatever the case, whatever the time frame gonna be, it's gonna skip again. Fix that one, it's gonna skip again until all of them is replaced. So it's best to do these in pairs.
One thing about this particular customer, we know he's gonna come back for the rest of them. To refresh our memory, and I'll put the link in the description. This truck got about 300,000 miles on it or something.
No, I don't know. I think it's low.
Huh? No, we did it. We did a reman engine.
I know, but I don't think it had many miles on it.
A lot more than what it should have.
Let's see. 167.
Huh? So why the heck did we do it?
Why the heck did we do what?
I'm thinking about the Durango. That
Yes.
one had 300,000.
We did this engine because the oil change people destroyed it. To bring you back up to speed on this one, it has a front end collision. As you can see, something is bent down here, and I think it was pushed in even more. And where the oil filter sits, you couldn't get to it because it was smashed in. Well, they couldn't get to it. I was able to get to it. So wherever he was taking to get his oil changes, they wasn't changing the filter. They'll drain the oil, put new oil in it, and leave the old filter on there. And that went
For
on.
months.
No, probably for longer than that. I think
Yeah.
he said
Almost a year,
a
maybe?
year. So you leave an oil filter in that long, the oil filter starts getting clogged up, starts lowering the restriction of oil flow, causing low oil pressure conditions. Him being a customer, oh, I changed my oil, everything is fine. Yeah, oil change people messed up his engine. Just changing the oil, not changing the filter, and his engine started making noise. These engines, you have to change the oil. You would destroy the cam journals on the head, and that's what we was hearing. So we had to replace the engine because they weren't changing the filter.
So he got a reman. Because at the same time we were doing that 300,000 mile Dodge Durango, or like right before. So sorry, I did get that confused, but I will link the original video in the description.
Oh, I think it was leaking. That's why he originally brought it to me, because they didn't change the filter for so long. The seal started dry rotting and it started leaking. So when I did discover the leak, I was like, it's leaking from the filter. We can just change the filter. Reached up in there, broke it loose, changed it. I was like, this filter looks very old. Have you been getting your oil changed? And that's how I found out they haven't been doing it. All right, I got the key for the next one. I'm gonna bring it in right here. Here we go. Truck. Man, for real truck week. This is, what is this, the Sicko? Let me see. It's running real crappy. No power, it's acting like it's not boosting. I'm gonna get back to this one. But what engine is? Oh, it's Sicko. 6.0.
Now, for those viewers that don't know what a Sicko is,
It's a 6.0 Power Stroke. They stay sick all the time, so they was nicknamed Sicko by the mechanic community. No, they're not bad once you spend thousands of dollars bulletproofing them. That didn't sound right, did it?
well, the community point of the week keep making its point, right?
Yes. Like you
Unless
shouldn't.
it's a 7.3.
Yes, the 7.3, oh man. But then the trucks start falling apart around the 7.3. You're gonna have ball joint front end issues. So it's like, yeah, I got a good engine, but can the transmission hold up to the years of abuse? And can the front end, it's no such thing as a perfect truck. You're gonna have something wrong. But yeah, like you shouldn't have to buy a truck straight off the assembly line and dump thousands of dollars into it to make it better. You might as well just stuck with your old truck and dump thousands of dollars into this. This engine was so bad when it first came out. First of all, this engine wasn't designed over here. It was designed in Germany or overseas somewhere, the 6.0 Power Stroke. And over there, they had cleaner fuel. Over here, our diesel is dirty. And this engine just did not respond well to that fuel. But it was so bad, I think Ford got sued back in the day because these engines was in pretty much everything. The ambulance would be taking a sick patient to the doctor and people was dying because of this engine. The engine just
really?
stopped. Yes, I read an article. And they were just having problems after problems, and people was actually selling their new trucks going back to their 7.3s. Wow. It was horrible for this engine. So it created a bad rep. Now, the later models, like in 06, when they was getting ready to kill it off, it got better, but by then, the damage was done. It's just like with Nissan transmissions. The damage is done. You can't come back. It's hard to come back from that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Now Ford has made its amends and came back, and the 6.7 is a pretty stout engine, but like everything has its problems.
Well, I will say, don't make no mistake. We're not bashing trucks
No.
because I think we got a comment about that. I'll put it on the screen. Sound like your feelings were hurt, buddy, by what Alex's opinion of.
Was it the P-knob?
He probably got around with the P-knob. That's all. We're not bashing any truck. Buy what you want to buy. Just know we're just here to tell you.
If you like the P-knob, that's easier for you. It may be a man knob for you, M knob for you, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
It's a P-knob.
Yeah. So hey. If it's what you want, go ahead and buy what you want,
Yeah.
folks.
Buy
We're just here to tell you what.
Buy what your money can get. Because a lot of people say, oh, that's all my money can afford. That's fine. I'm not knocking none of that. All my money can afford is a busted F-250 that got 300 and something thousand miles on it. $2,500. I'm not spending no arm and leg
And
on
it's
the
still
truck.
running.
Yeah, it's
We
still
took that
running.
truck to Kentucky recently.
Yep. And one of my homeboys got it, and it's tough because he's not good on cars, and it's holding up to his abuse. I gotta get my truck back. I'd rather for my truck to be sitting over there resting, because I don't drive it like that. But still, I don't want nobody abusing it. All right. Is this the truck? Yeah. This is it. Like he just got this one. Or never, whoever he bought it from never removed the auction sticker from it.
Hey,
Again, I'm not arguing with nobody. This is a truck in my opinion, even though it's a Tahoe.
One of the better trucks.
Yes. So, what the sticker, option sticker say? What year is this thing? Chevrolet 05.
Tahoe.
Real good. Oh. Yeesh. Bad boy got 300,000 miles. It's got the newer wheels. Came off of the newer gen trucks. It's pretty clean though. You see the 300,000 miles on it?
No.
I'm gonna have to switch it. It's got 4-wheel drive. I mean, it came up north somewhere. I see a little surface rust. Damn, there we go. 300. Let me go grab my scanner.
Sound good though.
Yeah, sounds amazing. It's probably got the original engine and transmission. Let's see if it's been molested. Meaning bad mechanicing and they just leaving stuff everywhere. Just looks crappy under the hood. No. Looks very nice under the hood. Man. It looks like the original engine. I can tell by the front cover it's all oily and caked up with grime. That's one way to tell. But I do believe this is the original engine. Looks amazing, sound amazing. It's not molested. Pretty cared for truck, I may say. K&N filters, my opinion on these. These cold air intake, upgraded air intake. Good people. They do not make the power they claim to make. When you first buy these things, it says, oh, makes up to 20 horsepower. 20, you know, get up to a 20 horsepower gain. Now let me clear it up. It can. It can do that. The reason I say it can't by just slapping it on because it actually probably will make less horsepower when you put these on. Now, you'll get the sense it's making more power because you're gonna get turbulence noise. The whoa, it's gonna sound really muscular under the hood because you're sucking in more air. And you're like, oh man, this thing sounds good. It feels good. But in reality, without tuning this vehicle for that extra air that's incoming into the engine, you're actually losing power. The car computer does not know what to do with that extra incoming air, and it won't be efficient. So you're losing power when you start just throwing supposedly horsepower adders on. Exhaust, intake, headers, all that. Yeah, all is good, but you have to tune it. Tuning is everything with these vehicles. It's not like the old day carburetor stuff. Yeah, carburetors, yeah, you can throw on that type of stuff and you will pick up power because it's carburetor. It's simple. It's not electronic fuel injected and everything is not calculated. It's just dumping fuel. And the more fuel it can get in air, the more power it's going to make. It's simple math with carburetors. But fuel injected, everything is controlled by computers. So I'm gonna go grab my scanner. Just wanted to throw that out there because a lot of people, it's a big myth or something out there. That's, oh yeah, just throw a cold air intake, add power. Nope. Looking at the code, we have an EVAP, system large leak detected. So the first thing I'm gonna look at is my fuel trims. I've already removed the engine cover. And I just wanna look at the trims. So bank 1, I got, it's moving pretty normal. It's kind of staying in the negative. Normally it's supposed to switch between 5 to -5. It's kind of hovering around the negative. Wait a minute. Yeah, so these the long terms. So Short term. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna look at, because a stuck open purge valve will cause it to run slightly rich and cause fuel trims to be a little wacky. So I feel it activating now. So just the way I do it, it's gonna cause a code, I know that, but I just simply unplug it. In the unplugged position, it's supposed to be closed. I don't supposed to feel any vacuum coming out of here, which I don't. So we're golden there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is hook up my smoke test equipment and run smoke through the system after I close the system off. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now. So I'm gonna show you how I close off the system, because you have a vent solenoid in the back, and if it's venting, when you run smoke through the system, it will come straight out the vent solenoid. Versus if you close it, and if it's coming out the vent solenoid, you have a bad vent valve. Or it could be anything. So let me get my setup here. Let me see if I have the adapter for this. Remove that shredder valve, because this is actually the test port. So let me get what I need. So what I did was I removed the shredder valve. Now there's a special little tool you hook up to it.
Still, let me see.
Now I'm only removing the shredder valve because I don't feel like I have it. I don't feel like looking for the little attachment that you screw in and it depresses this to open it up. But I just removed it removed it and slid this over on the hose. Now I can start running smoke through it and close the vent valve. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that now. You need a bi-directional scanner. Just turn the ignition in the on position. And come on, connect. Get out of that. Let's do functional test. I think this is it. But no, I'm not. Just do it normal. Output controls. EVAP purge seal. EVAP vent solenoid on and off. Okay, this is the one I want. So I just keep it simple. On, not venting. See that? That's what I want to see. And since I'm applying pressure to the tank, I should see this going up. Because I'm applying pressure to it. Now, if I'm not seeing pressure go up, see the two things I got going on. I got a bad fuel tank pressure sensor, or I have a big, large leak, which I'm about to start looking around now. So the system is not smoked up yet, but since I got the gas cap off, I always like to look at the seal. It looks pretty good. No dry rot cracks. And make sure my machine is smoking. Is that charcoal? Ah, we got a bad charcoal canister. This is charcoal.
Did it just come out? Or?
No, it's probably getting stopped up somewhere. Charcoal canister bad. That's a common issue for these trucks. So it done plunged up the system with charcoal. So I'm gonna have to replace the purge valve. I'm gonna show you. There's no sense of doing the rest of the test because the charcoal canister is busted and it done messed up stuff. It's not even allowing my system to do what I needed to do. So let me abort the test. Probably should have looked at this the first time. I think it's 8. Ooh, it was tight. I'm just pulling this off so I can show you the charcoal that's embedded in the purge valve. I can see it from here, but all right. Can you see that on camera? Yeah. All that's charcoal. Let me see, can I get a little needle and start digging it out for you? I can't. It's in there pretty good. There you go. It's still in there. So. Purge valve.
Now for your DIY people,
A charcoal canister.
or people that want to save money, is that cleanable?
No, once that charcoal canister destroys itself like it did, it's best to replace that part along with the charcoal canister, and I have to retest after that. And plus I have to blow out the lines because I don't want to put a brand new purge valve and it's still charcoal in this line. It'll just stop up the new purge valve. So pretty easy. What was my saying yesterday?
Sometimes it be hard.
Sometimes it be easy. That's the key word. But it's always easy when you have the tools and the knowledge. Not all the time, but. All right, that was an easy one. When I'm thinking it's gonna be hard, it never be hard. When I think it's gonna be easy, it's always hard. It's so weird.
That's life.
Yeah, so put this back together because we may not even get parts today, so I need to be prepared for that. We have some parts. So we opted to do the vapor canister, charcoal canister, and the purge valve. But good people, I'm gonna end it right here. This vehicle is like over 35 minutes long. Some of
The
you
vehicle or the video?
video.
You got the itis, don't you?
Yes, I just ate. I'm full. Big belly. But you know, some of you guys want long videos, some want short videos. I'm still trying to feel it out for you good people. So y'all, please make sure y'all comment. Let me know what y'all want on the other end of this screen.
Cause we can keep rolling.
Yeah,
you know.
we can keep rolling. It's whatever, but you know, I want to keep it entertaining and appease y'all. But on that good note, Alex the Car Doctor out. See you on the next one.